Aloha!
Welcome to our live stream. Joy is already waiting for us. Thank you so much for joining. And today's topic is Waikiki Travel Guide. For the past several weeks in our lives, we've been talking about Waikiki, so we decided to close that chapter, and all other topics that we spoke about are already in the description below.
Mm-hmm.
We have top 10 must do activities in Waikiki.
Mm-hmm.
We have Where to Stay on Oahu series part 7, which is Waikiki. And there we spoke about Waikiki we reviewed it by 10 criteria, which is how far it is from the airport, where to stay, what hotels and accommodations options are there, restaurants, shopping, spa, parking. Waikiki parking is a really high topic, and advantages and disadvantages of the area. So all the links are in the description below. If you are new to our channel, welcome. My name is Irina.
And I am Devon.
And we are
Just Be Out.
We create informative travel videos to help you get the most out of your vacation. And we are currently in Portugal, Porto, and we're a little sick, so we apologize for chewing or
coughing, sneezing,
and
yes,
having some holes.
We're in recovery mode right now. Hopefully we'll be done with this little bug we had within the next few days, and maybe by our next live we should be okay, hopefully.
So quickly, the rules. We are going to talk about all the information we have, and then we'll say hello to everyone. And if you have any questions, be sure to hashtag Q, or if you have an urgent question, you can also super chat for YouTube live stream. That's a live stream feature. And there is also a thanks button right below the YouTube video. If you find this information helpful, you can always give us a cup of coffee and say thanks via that button. Okay, let's get the show started.
Okay.
Let's talk about Waikiki. What is Waikiki? Waikiki is the most touristy area, number 1 on the island of Oahu. And excuse me. And pre-COVID, there's been over 10 million people traveling to Waikiki.
So best believe you are going to a very populated travel destination, that's for sure.
And Waikiki, from the Hawaiian language, means spouting fresh water. Why? Because back in the days, it used to be a swamp. That area used to be covered with water. And also disease-carrying mosquitoes used to populate that area. So what locals did to get rid of the mosquitoes, they dredged canal.
The Alawai Canal.
And that got all the water out and made Waikiki to what it is right now. And let's go to the map and show you what the area Waikiki. Where is Waikiki?
Okay. And
so
good.
Yeah, this is the map of Oahu, Waikiki area in specific. So I'm going to zoom in on the area, and this is it. So here you have Pacific Ocean. Here you have Alawai Canal. And I'm not sure if the park, this is Queen Kapi'olani Park. I'm not sure if it belongs specifically this is the park, so I'm not sure if it specifically belongs to the area, Waikiki area zip code or not, but I will just draw it out. And here is the Kapi'olani Park is actually bigger. So here is the Kapi'olani Park. Well, the Waikiki Aquarium here, so I guess it still belongs there, right? And through the beach area. So this is Waikiki area.
Be careful with the drawings.
Yeah. Okay, let's not draw anymore on this one. You get the idea. So a lot of people are confused between Oahu, Honolulu, and Waikiki. So you want to explain what the
I
difference
think it's
is?
best if you explain that.
Okay, so Oahu is the island. Honolulu is the capital city of the island of Oahu, or just Hawaii state in general. And Waikiki is the neighborhood.
Is the neighborhood?
It is neighborhood, the touristy area that is located on Oahu in Honolulu. So Waikiki
It's just the hood.
is
Waikiki is the hood. Waikiki is like the Bronx to New York.
So Waikiki is on Oahu in Honolulu.
Mhm.
Duke Kahanamoku helped popularize the Waikiki area, and in the early 20th century, he was a professional Olympic swimmer. And as he was going around the world on the competitions, he was spreading the word of this sport of surfing, and that's why you will find his statue in Waikiki, because that's where he was mostly practicing. Waikiki has three main avenues or roads, throughways. It's Kalakaua Avenue, Kuhio Avenue, and Alawai Canal. I'm hesitating to open maps.
We had a comment, if you guys missed that one on Instagram. J Foundation just says, let's go back to the illustration. Irina's drawings. Oh my gosh. Back to the drawing board. Here we go again. Round 2.
Here we go. Waikiki. So I'm going to start with the easiest one. Alawai Boulevard. Here it is. It's going right parallel to the canal.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have.
So that is the back end. That is right next to the canal, and there are a lot of lower budget hotels there. A lot of lower budget Airbnbs as well.
And here is actually Alawai Boulevard also goes here somewhere. Here is Kuhio Avenue. This is we actually. I'm sorry.
Wow. You guys have to see these drawings. It's just like
I can make a straight line. Often doesn't help. Excuse me. So,
maybe I should take over the illustration in this live.
So Kuhio Avenue merges with Kalakaua Avenue, and we have done Kuhio Avenue walk. And on Kuhio Avenue, you will also find a lot of I still have some a lot of restaurants and hotels that are a little bit cheaper.
Yes.
And Kalakaua Avenue.
More than likely, if you are staying in the lower end hotels and you're not staying in a beachfront hotel, you'll be staying on Kuhio Avenue. That's pretty much it's kind of like you get the in between, not so really cheap and rundown areas and hotels and hostels and stuff. You get the more really decent hotels, and then from there you're talking more beachfront hotels, which is going to be more expensive.
So these are the three main avenues, boulevards, and another avenue that we have on Waikiki.
Yes. Okay.
Starting off.
Okay.
Okay.
If you guys like Irina drawing, give this video a thumbs up or maybe a thumbs down.
And Waikiki Beach is the main beach in Waikiki area, and it is a man-made beach. Some of the sand was brought from California, and recently during COVID, they're doing beach dredging and replenishment.
Right. So just early, like last year, they dredged some sand and they brought it onto Waikiki Beach and they redid the beach. By the time we left, which was about maybe 8 months later, the beach already started getting eroded again. So all the sand that they made the beach, they raised it a little bit and they pushed it out a little bit. Most of that already started, the erosion started again. So normally I think it's every 10 years they do the dredging and they replenish the sand. But according to their monitoring just how fast the sand is being washed ashore, I mean, not washed ashore, but washed off the beach, they said that that could possibly be much faster, that they have to do the dredging. So it won't be 10 years again before they do it. It might be way earlier.
And they also added a new wall, new rocks into the water to what is it, bridge the water.
Yeah, it kind of
So
stops the wave from crashing further out. This way the waves doesn't really come into onto the beach and wash away the sand. You guys can find videos on our channel where I flew the drone over and I show the whole dredging process, how they were bringing sand in, dumping it, filtering it. Because when they bring the sand in from out the ocean, it's probably about maybe a couple miles out. You know, it comes with a lot of rocks and stuff, so they have to bring it on shore and then they have to kind of like refine it. That way it takes out all the sand, all the rocks and corals, and then from there they place the sand on the beach. That way the sand is a little bit finer.
And we have done two of the videos about Waikiki Beach specifically. One, we actually have series on reviewing over 20 beaches all over the island of Oahu by 10 criterias. And we did an episode on Waikiki Beach as well, by rating it by 10 criterias. And another video is from Oahu Itinerary Challenge. Day one, we also gave you a lot of information on Waikiki Beach in that video as well, and all those videos are in the description on this under this video on YouTube, because we're streaming on Instagram as well.
So just really quickly, I noticed I see some of you guys in the comment here on YouTube. You guys are asking questions. We will be answering your questions shortly. We're just going to get through this list because it's a lot to cover. So once we get through to this, you can just go ahead and ask your question, and then we'll come in
just
and then
hashtag Q.
Yeah, hashtag Q. That way we can find it after going through all these comments of laughters on Irina's drawing.
Okay, so as we mentioned before, it's a lot of tourists, and Waikiki specifically draws a lot of Japanese tourists as well. I know some of you are watching our live stream right now from Japan. Let us know how is traveling from Japan. While we were in Hawaii last year, you had a lot of restrictions on coming back home. That's why it wasn't so many during the pandemic, so many Japanese tourists in Waikiki anymore. And
speaking of which,
just to tell you how big Japanese tourism in Waikiki is, you will see a lot of signs in Japanese. A lot of workers speak Japanese. There are a lot of specialty store just and specialty restaurants also just for the Japanese tourists, and many of them were closed during the pandemic because there was no Japanese tourists coming. And their biggest mall in Waikiki, Tea Galleria, which is catering a lot primarily to the Japanese tourists, was closed, and still temporarily, it says temporarily closed as well. And there are also special Japanese buses all over
trolleys.
Waikiki that actually you need to have a special card from Japan to access those buses, so regular tourists cannot even access it.
And speaking of buses and stuff, so ways to get around, Waikiki is really small. Pretty much everything that you need to do in Waikiki is really in walking distance.
And Waikiki is really walkable. There are a lot of sidewalks and lights to cross the street and everything. And
it is wheelchair accessible as well. All the sidewalks have ramps, so if you are in a wheelchair accessible, which is really cool.
Back to my drawing
Back
board.
to the maps. Okay.
All right, back to my drawing board.
Okay.
So just to show you where the main area in Waikiki is, it is Kalakaua Avenue, and I would say before the park, right? So I would say this is the main avenue, and this is the main strip,
right up to Honolulu. Yep.
right up to the zoo.
And that line that Irina drew, that from end to end, I would say that's about a 15 to 20-minute walk. So again, and that covers right there, that covers pretty much the main vein in Waikiki. If you start going over one block over to Kuhio, obviously there's stores and there's restaurants there as well, but it's not as popular as Kalakaua Avenue.
So
And that's where you'll spend most of your time when you're in Waikiki.
And that's where all the shops are, majority of the most popular restaurants are. And yeah, it's very close to everything. Take it up.
Okay. And also I see people commenting again in the comments. Guys, if you did visit Waikiki, I see Grace, Cali Trucker was there. Share your experiences in the comment. Other people would like to know. We have people who are going there in as little as 3 days. So definitely, if there's anything important that you would like to share, if you were just there just a couple weeks ago, a month or so, definitely drop it in the comments and let other people know what the situation is, because things are changing so fast in Hawaii, and it's really good for everyone to keep up to date on all the changes.
So let's talk about safety.
Okay. So safety, I would say Waikiki is pretty much very safe. I'll go as far as very safe. On Kalakaua Avenue, which is the main avenue that Irina just drew, on the beach by Duke's statue, you will find a few homeless people along the side of the beach. So right off the main street, you have a sidewalk, then you have a grass patch, then you have the beach. On that grass patch, there's usually homeless people kind of just laying out there. They try to move them, but it's not something that they really have the authority to do, and it's a very sensitive situation because where they're going to go if they move them. So don't be surprised if you're strolling down Kalakaua, which is the main avenue where everything is, and you see homeless people, and in droves too, like groups of them.
And they fight amongst each other.
Right, amongst each other. They really don't bother tourists and people walking by. It's usually amongst themselves.
They just yell, and it's a little disturbing.
It's a little jarring, right? You might hear them yell and they'll like run or something like that, and it's like, whoa, it kind of catches you off guard. But again, nothing really to be alarmed about. The next block over, which is Kuhio, you will find probably more there. And then one more block over, which is Alawai Canal, you will find a lot of them on the canal, because there's benches on the canal that lines the entire canal, and that's where they sleep. And sometimes they even pitch tents. Whenever there's tents, they will try to move them, and they'll go across the canal. But for the most part, again, Waikiki is pretty safe. You can walk Waikiki late at night. Again, I wouldn't really suggest walking Kuhio and Alawai Canal.
At least not by single females.
Right,
Maybe
exactly.
in couples, I think it's fine. We walked many times. And a little bit more on Kuhio, and at the end of Waikiki, some streets are not as well lit. So you might, at night, I would be a little bit nervous by myself, but with the van, I was fine. But there is a lot of police.
Yes, the police presence there, you will see a lot of them. Obviously, on Waikiki has its own police precinct right on the beach. So there's always a police presence, and they know that the homeless is there, and sometimes a lot of them are mental, unfortunately. So they're fully aware of that, and they know tourists is there. So they patrol the beach often, and again, they try to keep things, calm.
I had a couple of situations with homeless people where they tried to grab me, but it was not in Waikiki. It was more in Ala Moana area. And it was during the day. So it was just when I was by myself.
You have a better chance to have a situation with giant cockroaches at night than you do with the homeless. Trust me on that one.
Right, and they're not cockroaches, they're just water bugs.
They're water bugs, and they're big. And yes, this is facts. I know sometimes a couple people ask, and they're like, is it true that they're like really big roaches? If you're terrified of big roaches, chances are during the day you will never see one. But if you're walking late at night and you're walking more along the canal, don't be surprised. And they fly. The boys are big.
But
Yes.
they're harmless, really.
I don't know about that.
They are really harmless. They're just creepy.
Mhm.
Let's talk about transportation in
Okay, and getting
Waikiki.
around Waikiki. There are buses.
A lot of buses.
Yes.
Different lines to get you in and out of Waikiki and throughout Waikiki. They run on mostly on Kuhio Avenue. And there are also touristy trolleys.
Hmm. If you want to, for example, if you don't have a rental vehicle and you're in Waikiki and you're trying to get to Diamond Head, you can just go over to Kuhio and you can catch the bus there, and it leaves you right across the road from Diamond Head, where you can just walk up in the entrance.
Mhm.
Yes. So and someone was
Uber
asking.
and Lyft is widely
Oh, yeah.
available. It would take from anywhere from 5 to 15-minute wait, but Lyft is not as reliable as Uber. We've many times we ordered Lyft because it was just a little bit cheaper, and it would say 10 minutes, and then it would be pushing back. The drivers would cancel a lot of times on Lyft, but it never happened to us on Uber. So I would say if you need to go by for a specific reservation or any specific activity where it's time sensitive, I would definitely recommend Uber.
Mm-hmm. And another means of transportation that a lot of people are using more and more, if you have the courage to, is Biki Bike. So when you're in Waikiki, you'll see a lot of bike stations, and there's about 20 to 30 bikes in each station, depending on where you are in Waikiki. But it's don't be. I know a lot of people, they get intimidated with the bike services, the bike rental services, because you see all the bikes and you're like, I see a lot of people, they stop and you see them just looking at the bike, and they're looking at the kiosk where you have to put your credit card, and they're looking at the instructions and they're trying to figure out, and they're like, should I do this? Is it worth it? How much is it? It's affordable. And it's a great way to get around Waikiki, especially if you know where you're going and you're going from maybe one resort to the next, especially if you're going up towards Hilton. So, for example, if you're going for Hilton Hawaiian Village and you're going for fireworks, well, if you're in one of the which are one of the hotels further down?
Hilton Hawaiian Village.
No, the opposite direction.
Oh,
so any one of those hotels,
Kaimana?
like Kaimana, or any one of those hotels further down, that technically it'll take you about maybe 20 minutes to half an hour to walk to Hilton Hawaiian Village. You could jump on a Biki bike, because chances are there's going to be a Biki bike station right by your hotel, and you can get there in just about 8 minutes or less, and it'll put you right there, and you can hop on it back and come back to your hotel.
And there is
Really
an
easy.
app where you can see where's the
wanna show me this?
nearest station is, and
The app is great.
how many bikes left there,
Mhm.
and how many are still available. I'm trying to get the prices, but I don't. It looks like you need to.
I
put
forgot.
the
I forgot
email.
what the price was. Right, that
Well,
we paid.
they might. Well, we paid a different fare because.
Right, we live there, so.
Right, so they have. Okay, so I found.
Should
the
I bring this
fare.
up? Okay, we're gonna bring up Biki information right now. Give me one moment. Boom.
So they vary by Kamaina. Oh, see, there's Kamaina and
Just go
the
back.
visitor.
Okay, there it is. You good?
Is it visitor now? Is it selected for visitor? Right?
Yeah, it's visitor now.
Okay. So they have a different options. So they have $25 for 300 minutes. And they also have $25 a month and $15 a month. But I think these are monthly are for locals.
Locals, right?
So for the visitor, you pay $25 and it's for 300 minutes, and it attaches to your credit card. So in order to get the bike out, you just need to first register with your credit card and put your credit card inside the Biki bike slot for the card, and you get your bike out, and you can return it into any stations, and
As
just
long
make
as it's a
sure,
spot.
right, just make sure the bike locks into the lock-in docking station,
Because
and
they will
just
charge you, because there's times that sometimes you push the bike in and you really have to use force. Don't be afraid to push it in, like really push it in hard, and it clamps onto the wheel of the bike, and then tug backwards to make sure that it's in there, because if not, then they will charge you an arm and a leg if someone takes the bike.
And that's it for the transportation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So parties. A lot of you have been asking us where to party
Mm-hmm.
in Waikiki. There is a McGully bar. The last we were there, they were closed. I don't know. Maybe it's renovations, maybe not. But they had R&B and hip hop nights. It was a pretty tight space. There was a lot of locals, a lot of military people, but it was a lot of fun. We went there once.
Mm-hmm. And
Then
they usually play hip hop, R&B, and reggae there.
Mhm.
That's that type of a club.
So next one, the popular one is Rumfire. It is located right inside Sheraton Waikiki.
Mm-hmm.
You do have to pay to get in, maybe $10 or so, and it's normally a line to get in. And for the parties, they do parties in their specific nights, so you can just go during the day there and ask when they have the DJ. And they have a part of indoor and part of outdoor. They have a bar there. During the day, it's a restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
Rumfire restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And then they put away the chairs and tables and turn it into like club.
Yeah, it's really nice there. And of course, you have what's the other one? You have Lulu's, right? So
Yeah,
Lulu's is located
at the end
at
or
the end. Yeah,
or
it's towards the
beginning.
end. You want to bring up your map again? We're going to show you guys where Lulu's is. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay.
So right next to the Honolulu Zoo,
Mm-hmm.
at the very end, here it is, right at the
It's right at the
corner.
corner.
Here you go. You have Kapahulu Avenue and Kalakaua Avenue. You will find Lulu's. And pre-COVID, they used to have parties on Mondays, and you do need to pay a fee to get in. I think it's also was like $10. Again, I don't know, because of COVID, they didn't have it for a while. Maybe they brought it back. But if you're there on Monday, check it out. It used to be a lot of fun as well.
And speaking about parties, let's get into some live music. So for those of you who like live entertainments, bands, stuff like that, you might be interested in that as well. So let's start off with Dukes.
Dukes, they have every Sunday, and you can actually hear the live bands. Happens, I think, around 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
and people are on the beach partying out, but the music is a little bit old school, I would
Yeah,
say.
it's a little older school. Well, it depends. Sometimes, you'll have Hawaiian music playing. Other times the band is more like, I would say, like rock and roll. You get the more classic rock and roll songs as well. And people are dancing there. People are on the beach. They're not even in the restaurant. They're out on the beach and they're just like jamming to the band. It's a really cool vibe. And, it's sunset. So it's just real cool vibes there.
And unfortunately, they have Duke's does have a side window where you can get drinks, but they do not allow you to bring drinks out into the beach on the sand. They have a person there standing and telling you that you cannot bring drinks out.
Mm-hmm.
It is illegal technically to drink alcohol on the beach in Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of locals bring their canned beer, just not glass.
Mm-hmm.
They bring their coolers with their drinks. You can get drinks from ABC called can what is it? Not spritzer. What hard.
Yeah, hard Mike's hard lemonade, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, canned beer, just not glass, and enjoy the live music and party.
Again, we do see all your comments that you're asking on YouTube. So we
And
will be
Instagram.
getting an Instagram, yes. And we're going to be getting to those questions in just a few. We're going to answer them as they come in. Another place is the Hula Grill upstairs, which is right upstairs from Duke. They also have live entertainment. Again, just on a very smaller scale. It might just be one ukulele player
Yeah.
or a guitarist or something like that. Very, very
Mhm.
laid back and chill vibe. Sheraton Bar,
The Rum Fire,
Rum Fire,
obviously, they
yes.
have, besides DJ in the evening, during the day or closer to the evening, they do have live music.
Hmm.
Shorefire, which is located on Kalakaua Avenue at the International Marketplace on the third floor. They always rock out with, you can hear it from
Oh
Kalakaua
yeah, when you're
Avenue.
on Kalakaua Avenue and you hear loud music, more than likely you're standing near the international marketplace. All you have to do is look up to the second floor and you'll see kind of like a bar there. They jam out there very loud.
Our favorite place, House Without the Key, just recently uh, went through with their renovations, and on their loan, at 5 o'clock, I think, either every day or 3 times a week, they have live entertainment, musicians, and hula dancers as well. And you can see the entertainment right from the beach when you walk on Gray's Beach, on the wall.
Hmm.
Or come there, enjoy their sunset. Cocktails are great there, their appetizers is great,
Hmm.
fantastic vibes. I think from 5 to 7 they have a live entertainment. Check it out, it's definitely worth it. It's right outside, right on their lawn.
They also have Tiki's, which is located on Kuhio.
Kalakaua
Kalaka-
Avenue, at,
Kalakawas, yes.
I think it's Ashton Hotel,
Yes. And that's
on
also
the second
located on the
floor.
second floor, right? So you have to look up, right? Actually, it's one block away from Lulu's. So the block before
Mhm.
Lulu's, up on the second floor, people go there a lot to have drinks.
Yeah.
The deck, which is right around the corner from Lulu's, across from Diamond Head and the Honolulu Zoo, you'll have the deck. It's called the deck, and it's
Mhm.
beautiful views of Diamond Head. When you go there for lunch or for cocktails and drinks, of course, they do live music there as well. Amazing view of Diamond Head. It's located on the it would be like the third floor of that hotel. Really
Mhm.
nice. Tommy Bahamas, of course, they always do live music, and they're always playing music, and that's located on the so it would be
Also
the
Kalakaua.
Kalakaua, yeah, going on to Kalakaua Avenue.
And right next to it, Hard Rock Cafe always have
Hmm.
live music as well. And on Kapahulu Avenue, there is also gay bar or club,
Hmm.
and they do a lot of different events, bringing DJs,
Yeah,
live
singers.
entertainment,
Hmm.
some type of shows, games. It's a lot of fun. It's very lively there.
Hmm.
Um,
Now let's talk about luau's.
there are a few luau's in Waikiki, Starlight.
Luau's in Waikiki. Did you guys know that? Let us know in the comment if you knew that they actually did luau's in
Well,
Waikiki.
if you've been watching our live
Then
streams,
you
you
should
must
know.
know. Starlight Luau is a famous, really famous luau in Waikiki. It's located at Hilton Hawaiian Village,
Hmm.
and you can actually hear them making the
Yeah, like if you're
the
staying at
noise.
the Hilton Hawaiian Village and you happen to be facing one of the rooms facing onto the lawn, you can pretty much see the entire show. Everyone is always out on their lanais, on their balconies of their hotel, and you see them just kind of watching the luau. It's pretty cool.
Then they have a luau at a Royal Hawaiian Hotel, also outside on their lawn, and you can also see it from the beach. And we have watched their luau from the beach. It's obviously quite late. We
Hmm.
had our beach chairs there, and we actually went live also and
Right,
showed
plenty of
you the
times
luau.
from there. If you guys are just joining us here on Instagram, take a quick moment to say aloha to you guys. The topic today, if you're just joining us, is Waikiki Travel Guide. So Waikiki in Hawaii, we're talking about all the different things you can do and places you can eat and facts about Waikiki that you would be interested in.
Mhm.
Okay.
And the latest newest luau is happening at the Queen's stage at the International Marketplace, and they doing it I think 3 times a week now. And you can go to their website and look at when that luau is happening. It's
Mhm.
a small, pretty intimate luau with some great entertainment.
Mhm. And speaking of entertainment,
And where else you can find entertainment in Waikiki besides a lot of restaurants that do offer live music. There are also street performances right on Kalakaua Avenue.
that's right. If you walk Kalakaua in the evening, I would say starting from about maybe 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, you have some great performers. Some street performers are just like they're so good. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those who've been to Waikiki. There's this dad who plays the guitar, and I think
The entire family.
yeah, the entire family is there. His two daughters, really young, and they sing and they're so good. And they set up this big, like this big thing with their what do you call it? Donation and the thing that you could pay by just a QR code and stuff like that. And they usually draw a really huge crowd. Another group that draws a huge crowd as far as street performers, and you're definitely going to run into them, are the kind of like break dancers. So they're there, they're loud, they have a microphone, and they're just trying to get everybody to clap, and it's showtime, and they're doing flips, and they're saying all these tourist jokes and stuff like that. They're very loud, and the loudness is what attracts people, and that's kind of what they do, and that's their thing. So you will definitely run into that as well. So definitely explore Waikiki in the nighttime. Again, don't be afraid to go out in the nighttime. I know some people are concerned about safety. Don't worry about that. You'll be perfectly fine. There's tons of people on the streets, and everyone is out and about, and it's a totally different vibe than the daytime. Daytime, everyone is walking around in shorts, bikinis, and flip-flops and surfboards. Nighttime, it's just go time. Everyone is kind of buttoned down and looking nice because they're going out to dinner with their family. Totally different vibe.
And I just want to mention one more thing about safety. Everywhere in Hawaii, there is more of a petty crime, and a lot of people say the petty theft. We luckily in the 3 years that we lived there, we never experienced that, but car breakings are everywhere. You will see broken glass everywhere on the island Waikiki and other parts of the of Oahu and other islands as well. So just quick note, do not leave any valuables visible in your car when you park, even in paid parking spots as well, because when we lived in Waikiki, a lot of times we would see notes on our buildings that they are looking for certain people, or giving us a note that be aware this person went into the parking garage and tried to break.
So even don't think that because you're in a parking garage, oh, I'm good because I'm in a parking garage of a well-established building or what have you. That has nothing to do with it. The homeless will go into these garages.
Well, not even homeless.
Just people will just go in and they'll like kind of just look into cars really quickly. And if you left your cell phone, a radio, anything they think is valuable on your seat of your car, they will smash your glass and dash away with it. So you don't want to be that person. I was on Facebook just the other day, and I saw someone left a message, a very long message, and they said that they went hiking and they left their purse on the passenger seat of the car. Of course, that's not good at all. When they came back, the car was smashed, and in the purse, she had cash. She left her phone, and most importantly, her passport. So again, don't be that person. Make sure you don't leave anything valuable in your vehicle. Never.
And quick a couple of other things is Rock a Hula show right on Kalakaua in Royal Hawaiian Center. There is at Sheraton. There is also Blue Note. They have great entertainment. They have comedians. They have singers, live music. And Royal Hawaiian Center offers a lot of free outdoor shows and a lot of activities, and also at the international marketplace on the Queen stage you will see a lot of events and live performances. All you need to do is go to their website, and there is a tab events, so you can look what kind of events they have. And also right on Kalakaua Avenue at the Duke's beach there by the banyan tree, they also do live hula show performances and events. And they also have an escape room in Waikiki, and this wraps up entertainment.
And as for those of you who love surfing, let's give you a little bit of information about the surfing situation in Waikiki.
So there are plenty of surfing rental equipments right on the beach. It is a little bit more expensive, but if you go just a block off Kalakaua, there is Mox surfboard rental shop. They do their surf lessons are a little bit cheaper than on the beach, and they also offer a little cheaper equipment. And on the other side of Waikiki, right by Hilton Hawaiian Village, there is Quality Surfboards Hawaii shop, and they offer beach chairs for rentals, surfboards. They also offer the surf lessons, and again, it is a little bit cheaper. And for the major landmarks of Waikiki, we have the iconic Diamond Head, Hilton Hawaiian Village with their Rainbow Tower,
the Pink Hotel. Who can answer what that hotel is?
and Duke statue, as we mentioned before. Those are the major landmarks of Waikiki. And
the White Hotel, we can't forget that is the first
Moana
hotel.
Surf Rider.
Moana Surf Rider. You guys have to visit that hotel.
The First Lady of Waikiki, as they call it.
Yes, you guys got to visit that hotel. It's absolutely beautiful. And as we mentioned before in other videos, you can go into any one of these resorts and walk around, sit at the bar, drink from the bar. The restaurants you can eat, you just can't. If they have a pool, you just technically can't use the pool, but you can walk around the entire facility, and we highly suggest that you do so.
And we spoke a lot on accommodations in Waikiki in our previous videos. They have a good mix of big chain hotels, boutique hotels, high-end hotels, lower-end hotels, hostels. Most of the residential buildings are past Kuhio Avenue, on Kuhio Avenue, and just a little bit further towards the canal. All residential buildings. There are Airbnbs. There are only a few hotels that are right on the beach, which is Hilton Hawaiian Village, Koa, which is a military hotel, Outrigger Reef, it's right on the beach, Sheraton, and Moana, and Kaimana Hotel.
Yep. And that does it for the accommodation, and that does it for our Waikiki travel guide. So what we're going to do now, first of all, we hope that has given you guys some insight on Waikiki. You've learned a little bit, especially if you are heading there. And if you're finding this video useful, if you could take a moment right now to give this video a like, we would greatly appreciate it. And now we're going to get into part of the video of the show where we basically start answering some questions you guys are asking, because I see a lot of questions coming in comments. So we're just going to touch on some of those right now. Also on Instagram, really cool. Luke, what's going on from Belize? Hopkins.
Hi, Luke.
Okay, so let's get into some comments and question. Joy says less than 4 weeks. Joy's been counting down.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We have super chat there.
Okay. 55 more days. Wow. But who's counting? That's awesome. Callie Trucker, thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate your support. Thank you for all the information in Oahu, Hawaii. My family and I had a fantastic time, especially the Aloha Swap Meet.
Yes.
We'll be back soon. Awesome. We're really happy our videos help you plan your vacation. Thank you so much. And
for those of you who don't know what the Aloha Swap Meet is, you need to get on the right page, and you need to know what that is, because that's where you get all the goodies. That's where you get all the Hawaiian knickknacks and doodads and all the stuff you want to take back home with you at a really great price. Don't try to do that on Waikiki. That's not good. You're going to end up spending an arm and a leg if you go into these little ABC stores ABC stores might seem cheap, but when you go to the swap meet, that's when you know what cheap is.
Speaking of the Waikiki's shops, we have a video on souvenir shopping in Waikiki, and a lot of you been asking on night markets in Waikiki. There are a few. There is a Duke's marketplace, Duke's Lane, which is open every single day from like 11 a.m. till the night till 11 p.m. and some vendors have open the entire day, some close a little bit earlier, but there are a lot of different vendors there. And then a Royal Hawaiian hotel also has a market. It's every first and second, I think, Sunday, but you can again go to their website and look up at the events on when exactly they have that market. And it's a day market, I think, and
it's really cool. We've gone live from there as well, so you'll see what it looks like if you look at our video. On our live video, we've done a walkthrough there.
I just don't remember the exact schedule, but I know they have first and second week of every month. And on Lure Street, every Thursday they have an evening market from 4 to 8 p.m. as well.
And that's right next to, what is the bar called again? I always forget.
Yard House.
Right next to Yard House. Yes. Okay. TUW says, hello, I will be in Waikiki the last week of September with my family, wife, 3-year-old and 9-month-old. How is the weather during this time of the year?
Perfect weather. September is actually my favorite time. May and September. The ocean is still really warm. The weather is fantastic. In the evening is still warm. So you're going to enjoy it a lot.
Yes, absolutely. Joy asks, she says, best inexpensive place to eat in Waikiki for lunch and dinner.
Again, depends what you count, what you consider inexpensive.
But right off the top of our head would be what? We could give you two, right?
Vintage wine bar.
Now I'm saying it now. Wow. So vintage wine bar. Yes, that would be at the top of our list. The food quality is great. The presentation is great. The vibes are great. And the cost is really
so
good.
Normally if you go out to eat in the evening in the restaurants, a plate of with salmon and some sides, right, like either salad or
potatoes or something, rice,
would be normally $30 to $35. In vintage island vintage wine bar, it is $20 for a plate of salmon.
Yes,
and it is great.
Yeah, really tastes great. Okay.
What is the second place you were referring to?
The second place would have been Hula Grill.
Well, the Hula Grill don't have lunch, but they have an amazing breakfast one of
dinner.
Our favorite. And dinner is casual dining. It's about $30 per plate. So it's reasonable. They have good quality, good vibes, and it's reasonable.
Jay Wadge says, what's interesting activities to do on the weekend in Waikiki? Well, right off the top of my head, if you want to do something a little bit different, you can do the escape room.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's really fun. That's cool. That's something cool to do. What else? In Waikiki. We're just trying to think of something that's totally different besides going to the beach and just the general stuff that you'll be doing.
We already in other videos spoke on all different the 10 activities that a must do. It really doesn't matter if it's a weekend or not.
Yeah.
But besides all the luaus, zoo, aquarium,
I would think something interesting to do is to actually walk in all the different hotels. Like, take a moment. If you're going, just don't think about walking the strip where you're just on the outside of the streets and you're watching people pass by or window shopping. Go into these resorts. The way they're designed and the layout, and it's just so cool. Yeah, it really is beautiful to go through these hotels, and they're so different from each other. It's a really cool experience, actually. Okay.
And, any other hashtag Q? I'm going to look through Instagram. 6 weeks to Hawaii. Can't wait. Sandra, awesome.
Larry says, I don't know what you two are doing different, but the audio, especially the video quality, is fantastic. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Appreciate it, Larry.
We did actually upgrade our
Microphone.
microphones because the other ones we had just didn't work well. And yeah,
This
we have these
magic
little
box.
yes, and I actually have it. It's funny during our videos, our actual vlogs, you can hear Irina and she's so far away from the camera. Some people are like, how's the audio quality and where's her microphone? Her microphone is tucked right in here, and mine usually I have it on this thing here, and this is my microphone, and it has an attachment. It's just magnetized, and it just pops on, clicks on, and then I keep it in here. So normally in my shirt you'll see a green light, and I know some of you guys are probably wondering, why does he always have a green light on his chest? Is it like the camera or something? No, it's the power button for the microphone.
Lady JC11, y'all the best. Thank you.
Y'all the best. Aloha to you too.
Oh, Ikaika.
Ikaika is here.
Aloha from Honolulu, Hawaii.
Aloha from Japan.
Aloha. We love that you all watch us from different parts
Yes.
of the world.
Jay Smith says we are staying at the Coconut Waikiki Hotel. Where is that?
It's on Alawai Canal.
So it's on the back end. Is it more towards the zoo or further up?
Towards the zoo, maybe like middle.
Middle. Okay.
Yeah. Coca-Cola is here on Instagram. Hi guys, Irina, do you feel better? Now I am a little bit, but today I had to go to the doctor and get some antibiotics. Hello from California, the Queen Mom 16.
We have a question here. What are the best sunset cruises or even dinner cruises? So that's a two-part question.
So for the sunset cruise, we love Makani Catamaran. It is our favorite. We have a discount for you, 20% off on our website. If you book through our link, and we will leave the link in the description. Let me just pull
and you'll see it there in the
page.
scroll bar. It says save up to 20% off our tours. It's justbeout.net/book a tour, and you'll see our review. So if you're not sure what it is you're getting into, on our website we actually had the video that we produced for them and our full review when we went there. We did an afternoon sailing and we did a sunset sailing. They're both fantastic. The crew is just super cool. These guys are awesome. They help you. The crew's actually funny. They help you take all your photos you might want to take and selfies and stuff. They'll take it for you, and it's really cool. You want me to bounce in here for a second? Okay.
Dancini here from Instagram. Hi. So this is our booking page on our website. We do not obtain any of your card information. These are all just affiliate links. And we have different activities and promo codes for you here, and obviously our reviews here as well that you can take a look. We have island tours here for private and group tours with High Five. They just recently opened up a new group tour, which is very affordable for waterfalls and North Shore. And this is Makani Catamaran, and this is the sunset sailing, and we actually give you the reasons why we love sailing with Makani Catamaran. And here is Queen's Luau that we were just talking about for international marketplace, and here you can book from our links. Unfortunately, they don't have the discounts, but at least we have the review of different options and the Starlight Luau from Hilton Hawaiian options,
as well as other tours and different things. If you guys are looking for photos and picnics and stuff, we have that all covered for you, and you get a discount as well.
And lake readings, if you want to get the lake readings on Oahu or on different islands, you can also book from us, and helicopter tours. And yoga floats, it's an interesting activity. It's not in Waikiki, but it's super close to Waikiki. You can actually walk there, and yeah, it's I think it's a different and unique activity to do.
And remember that you can find all that along with the discount codes on justbeout.net. That's JUSTBEOUT.net.
We have Clive here from Belize
Hey,
as well,
Clive,
from
how are you,
Naya
brother?
Resort.
So
Thank you for
Grace
joining us.
says, aloha, happy 4th weekend from Southern California. Happy birthday, America. I'm gonna have lots of food, fireworks, and traditional block party games. Woot, woot. Speaking of which, I'm not sure if you guys know, but Irina's birthday is on the 4th of July.
Yep.
That's coming up in just a couple of days. So we're excited. We got to get her well so we can go out and we can paint the town and have some delicious food.
I'm on antibiotics,
so there probably won't be no drinking. Yeah, but that's okay. We have a lot of time to drink, so we're not worried about that.
Phoenix here on Instagram. Hi, I just started watching you guys on YouTube. We are going to Honolulu in October for the first time. Awesome.
That's awesome.
That is so very cool. Exciting. I'm really excited for all of you who is going to Hawaii, either for the first time or returning multiple times.
So awesome.
It is a very special place.
Kyle Trucker says, aloha. I visited in Waikiki last week. Oh, wow. He was just there last week. I rented a car and drove around the island to North Shore. It was more packed than Waikiki. Next time I will just stay in Waikiki. So for those
Andrew,
of you, right,
for you.
For those of you who think that Waikiki is too crowded and you're going to escape the crowd and go to North Shore, think again. As you can see, Callie Trucker just said it was way crowded than Waikiki.
It's very possible.
You never know what you're gonna get, right?
Belizean Low is here. Devon's cousin. How you doing? I am Irene Miller is asking, where are you guys now? We are in Porto, Portugal, and we'll be here in Porto till July 5th.
Grace says, I missed the Hilton Hawaiian Village. Not during the summer though, because it's crazy busy and crowded. Like a combo Disneyland and a combination of Disneyland and Vegas. Too many peeps.
Thank you, Grace, for sharing your opinion. You look great and sound great too. Okay, so I think I'm done with
over there.
With Instagram.
Jafar Foundation says, you guys left your heart in Oahu. Any plans on going back soon?
Not soon, but
we are going back, yes.
Sandra here, we love brunch. Where is the place to be for brunch? I would say, what is it called? It's a great place. Well, Hula Grill does brunch till I think till 2 or 3 o'clock. They still do breakfast burritos and pancakes and mimosas. But also we love this place for brunch. It just slipped my mind for the name. It's located at the International Marketplace. And it is called...
It's 19. I want to say 1946, but I'm just making up a year. But it kind of has a name like that.
And I cannot, it doesn't come up on the map, but it's on the 3rd floor for 1918. Wow. Eating House 1849.
Eating House 1849. That is the name of it. They have a really good brunch.
Yes, it's a great place for brunch. And also on our Instagram we have a food travel guide for Oahu, where we have videos for some of our favorite places to eat on Oahu. There is a little travel guide note shortcut, yes, for so at first it's the main grid, then there is reels, live streams, and the icon look like a little book, and then we have 10 best places to eat on Oahu. Oh, what?
So
our account got temporarily blocked.
Suspicious activity. You'll need to verify. Okay, just go ahead, verify.
Or
We might have to get a call. So we just got a notification on my phone. You should be getting an
Yeah.
We just got blocked on Instagram. Suspicious activity.
I don't know.
Who knew? Anyway, we'll continue here. Chris asks, are there fireworks on the 4th of July in Waikiki?
Yes.
There absolutely is. It's on the beach in Waikiki. You'll find a lot of places, but the best place if you are renting a car, Chris, is go on the major highway and just pull over to the side of the highway, and you'll just see fireworks like crazy going off. So all the locals, it's a big day for them. So definitely a lot of fireworks in Waikiki.
Oh, I'm upset we got blocked.
Callie says we had just arrived and picked up a rental car while driving into Waikiki, and man had stole a beach umbrella from the resort.
A man had stole a beach
umbrella from the resort and was tackled by resort workers. Wow.
Crazy scene.
Like, who knew, right?
Why?
Jay says, has anyone experienced poison ivy or oak problem? It is quite common in Hawaii. I got it from touching or sitting near some plants in the garden. It was very itchy. That's odd. I've never received.
Yeah, I know there is poison ivy on Oahu.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, we need to change.
Irina's trying to work out the situation on Instagram. They're asking for passwords and stuff on it. I have no idea why that actually happened. Jordan, gee, aloha. How are you? Linda asks, with Bicky, do you have to ride in the street? Yes. Technically, yes. Do people do that? No. But if a police officer happens to see you riding in the street, they're not going to make a big deal about it. They'll just stop you and they'll say, did you know that you're actually supposed to be in the streets and you're supposed to go with oncoming traffic? So Kuhio Avenue runs, what is it? East to west, north to south. So Kuhio Avenue traffic runs in one direction. You're not supposed to go against the grain and ride against traffic. You have to go with the flow of traffic, which means you need to be on the other avenue to do that. But technically, yes, you need to be in the street. A couple of
times we actually got stopped and they told us you have to ride on the street. Sometimes they can be difficult and give you a ticket. Technically, they can. They can, but they don't, because they understand you might not understand the bike rules there, in Hawaii. So they normally don't do it. Especially in Waikiki, you have to ride on the street. Yes. Because there's just too many people on the sidewalk and they don't want the bikes to be maneuvering around that. Bikes and also the electric scooters. That's another thing. We see a lot of people riding electric scooters on the sidewalk. That's not allowed technically neither. They can't stop you for that. Also, I'm not sure if you guys know, but jaywalking in Hawaii is illegal. You can't get stopped for jaywalking in Hawaii. So you'll see people kind of waiting. A lot of tourists don't know and they try to jaywalk and they get caught. We put up our Instagram. I wasn't able to log in. They told us I need to log back in. So just trying to catch up on a couple more questions before we close this one out. Cheryl say the Moana Surf Rider is where we're staying. That's awesome. Beautiful, beautiful place. Jay says, I appreciate the entertainment guide. My husband likes nightlife. Awesome. Yes, so that's definitely. Jordan, 80 more days and counting. Chee! So excited. Brenda, new subscriber here. Best thing to do with the family and toddler. Welcome. Thank you. Okay. Well, I really enjoyed the aqua bicycles on Waikiki. Yes, so cool. You can, and it's toddler friendly. Yes. The area you can ride it right on the lagoon. Mm-hmm. Another unique thing to do in Waikiki is the mermaid photo shoot. Yes. And it's so adorable because they provide mermaid tails for the entire family, for males as well. Yes, yeah. And I'm pretty sure they have one for toddlers. Mm-hmm. And they do it right on the Hilton Hawaiian Lagoon. And it's cool because when you put the tail on and you get in the water to take the photo, there are no waves. The water is completely calm. So it's really, really cool. And we saw the photographers working and they really help you pose, and they accommodate you, and they make you feel relaxed. And there is a beautiful rock right in the water with a little waterfall, and we saw people, they place people to pose there, and it
Mhm.
just looks so awesome.
Yes. And if you are happen to be staying in the Sheraton, they also have a really cool toddler pool for, so it's just for kids,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and they splash around and stuff. It's really awesome. Actually, the Hilton Hawaiian Village actually has a pool for toddlers as well.
Yeah.
So those are two major hotels that if you are happening to be staying there, they have a great kind of like a little water pool. What else? There's a water park, but that's kind of a ways out.
Yeah, and I wouldn't do water park
In the
for
water park.
toddlers.
There's also
Oh, the Hawaiian Railroad Society. I've done on, I think on Instagram and on TikTok, there is a video for the things to do. It's located on the west side of Oahu,
mhm,
and they have an awesome toy train museum.
mhm,
And you can also take a ride on a train, and of course the pineapple Dole Pineapple also has a train ride
mhm.
with some history.
Joy asks, is catamaran cruise the catamaran cruise you recommend okay for kids, or is it the one of the booze cruises? No, it's for kids.
Yeah, the kids is great.
They do serve alcohol.
You can buy alcohol there. They have a bar, full bar, and their drinks are actually really good.
Mhm.
They have a specialty drink, High Tide.
Yes, it's called
Try it.
High Tide. It's really good.
And they're very affordable. Usually drinks in Waikiki go anywhere from $12 to $18. On the Catamaran, I think it's $8, so it's pretty big size.
Mhm.
But it's very relaxing, super safe, and it's great for kids.
Yes, definitely. Kitty asks, did you do parasailing? I have booked for Thursday. We didn't do parasailing, but we know what company did you book with? Because I know Extreme Parasailing, right? I know they're a very popular parasailing company out there. Let us know which one. Let us know how it goes in our next live. Would be interesting to know. Cheryl says, "Happy birthday, Irina!"
Thank you. I'm getting early birthday wishes, but thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Laureen says, my husband and I has visited Hawaii over 35 times since our honeymoon in 1969.
Wow.
Still find new things to do each time we visit.
Yep.
That's so cool.
We've been living in Hawaii for 3 years,
3 years.
And trust me, there's still a lot of things that we haven't done.
Kalakaua says, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Joy
Thank
says,
you so
happy
much.
birthday.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Grace asks, will you guys be traveling to Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, Singapore, the Philippines? Philippines have over 7,000 islands and
Yes, we will. Definitely. This winter we're going to Southeast Asia for sure.
Yep. We will be there and we'll be bringing videos to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the last one we're going to be taking. Jordan again says, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Is it possible to drive instead of hiking to the top of Makapu'u Lookout?
No, you have to hike. The hike it's pretty steep.
It's steep. It's very well.
Yeah, quite short.
Yeah.
You can go up there in 40 minutes.
Well, okay, wait a minute. I'm having a brain fart right now. Makapu'u is the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Right? So that entire hike is paved. It is a massive paved road.
Yeah, even though the road does look like you can drive there, but it's blocked off. You have to park your car, and also a lot of times that parking lot gets super packed, and people just park on the side of the road.
Yeah, so if you go super early in the morning to catch sunrise, the main parking lot will not be open, so you won't be able to divert off the road, down the road into the parking lot. You will have to park on the side of the road. Again, be careful. There's a lot of smashed glass there. And if you see smashed glass, that means People are breaking into cars. Make sure nothing is visible. And then you walk into the park, and then you start the hike and the trail to go up. And it's really beautiful for sunrise. We've done that. If you go after sunrise, I'm not sure what time it is, but then the parking lot is then open, and you can exit off the road, drive into the parking lot, and then go up. But if you do happen to go to Makapu'u, there's a split. There's going to be a point where just before you start the hike, you make a left, and that takes you to Makapu'u. But if you go to the right and you stay lower down, you're actually going to Secret Beach.
And we will add the video for Secret Beach, right?
Yeah, we'll add that video down so you can see what it looks like. And it's cool because Pele's chair is there. Not sure if you know what that is, but look it up. It's like a rock formation, and it's like a chair. And it's really cool beach, really small, tucked away, hidden, really nice. We've been there.
All right, last question there.
Okay, last question. Let's see. Thank you. She is booking with Extreme. So yeah,
awesome.
Pretty cool.
You're gonna have a good time, Kitty.
Patrick said I watched the Walmart video about 5 times and visited Walmart 4 times while I was there, and my kids joke about it all the time now. So we did a video in shopping in Walmart in Hawaii. So I think that's the video he's referring to.
So
this
the
one?
last question, yes, from Jordan.
Last question.
No, Angela.
Okay, last question. Angela, do you know a reputable local Hawaii Turo type car share rental?
Well, first of all, there is Turo in Hawaii.
Yes, Turo is in Hawaii as well. And we've done a video on that.
But the Turo type rental is the Hui car rental, which is actually really great. We have done a complete breakdown on how the company works and what you need to look out for in there, the small print.
Yeah.
So we give you all that information. It's called Hui car rental. It includes gas, it includes parking and insurance, and it is pretty affordable. We have rented it many times, and we highly recommend it as well. And also I encourage you to take a look at our second travel channel, which is a walk-in World Travel Walk-in Tours is our second channel, where we just doing tours of walk-in tours on different areas where we travel, and we have already published some Portugal videos as well from there, and the link is in the description. And we would appreciate it if you subscribe to our second channel.
I was trying to pull up the Hui. Is there any way we can pull that up through the...
I don't think so.
Because I don't think Arch... there it is. Yeah, so I'll just bring that up really quickly so you could see what it looks like, Angela. There it is.
So the top video is ours, and we have done so many videos right away.
Yeah,
comes
you see.
Up if you should rent a car.
Should you rent a car?
Visiting Oahu, but we will leave the Hui car rental full review in the description, so it will be easier for you to find. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes.
It was supposed to be a short video because I keep coughing, and we appreciate you. We thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes for Irina.
Yes, my birthday is coming up in 2 days.
That's so awesome that your birthday's on the 4th of July. Well, that makes it easier for me because I can always remember that. So that's a good thing. So yes, thank you guys so much. We love you. Thank you for joining this week's live stream. Next week, we'll see if we're going to be able to go live again. And of course, if we are, we're going to be posting it early so you'll be able to see it. And based on, of course, it's just the internet, because we're going to be moving out of this Airbnb soon and moving on to another part of Portugal.
And if you find this video useful, informative, please share it with anybody you know who's traveling to Hawaii. Don't forget to click like. There is also thanks button where you can send us a cup of coffee as appreciation. And we love you, and we thank you for being with us, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.